What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. I'm here to review Sackboy A Big Adventure. I reviewed this copy on the PS5. It is also on the PS4, both for $60 with crossplay and a cross upgrade as well from the PS4 to the PS5. Sackboy A Big Adventure came a long way in this long line of Sackboy games. This is actually the sixth entry in the series, and the first two games were actually made by Media Molecule. And in my opinion, the first two games are absolutely incredible. They have a full world, a level creator to go through. And then the series fell off with a Little Big Planet 3, and karting was not good. And I actually think the mobile version on a handheld was pretty good. So this game is being developed by Sumo Digital, who made Little Big Planet 3, which is honestly not a good game. So I had my doubts. However, this game has really impressed me. I will say this game has no create mode, and it is a full 3D platformer instead of the usual 2D platformer that Sackboy has always been. However, I really think they succeeded in the transition from 2D to 3D, and they really focused on the level design since they did not have to worry about a create mode. You can play Sackboy A Big Adventure with 4 people locally or online. The game really supports both as well, so you can do local and online play at the same time too, which I think is fantastic. This is also one of the rare games that has couch co-op nowadays. Most games really don't have that, even for 3D platformers. I think this is one of the few cases where you actually can, and you can play with PS4 people as well if you're on PS5 and vice versa. So the game is broken down into 6 different worlds, and there is a story to this game, and I wouldn't say it's a deep story or anything like that. It's sort of your typical platformer, kid-friendly story where you're just trying to save Craft World from Vex, who is our main bad guy. So this game does feature tons of levels. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to count them, but each level feels like they have about 20 to 25 levels, except for those 6 world, which is like the hard mode world. There's also 15 hard challenge runs, which are called the Knitted Night Trials. And those are sort of like your speed runs where you need to beat the level under a certain amount of time, like 35 seconds as an example, to get the best rewards. So each world has a different theme. There is just like a typical, like, sort of an English world, and then there's an underwater world, there's a space world. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, and they really do fit with the themes. And Sackboy has a lot that he can do in these worlds. Sackboy really sort of plays like a Mario game where you can jump, you can tack, you can do a float jump as well. You can do a charge attack. You can roll. You can use different weapons as well, and different equipment that really modifies your gameplay. Like you can get a swinging rope, like in other Sackboy games. You can also get a gun as well, or a jetpack to hover. And the game really is about score chasing and not dying. So in each level you are rewarded awards for having a high score. And there's 3 different tiers of bronze, silver, and gold. And there's also an award for not dying on the level. So if you want to perfect a level, you would need to get the most amount of points, which they give out points by these orbs you collect, which you can get by killing enemies, breaking objects, getting 2 times multiplier, and trying to best optimize that, and collecting special orbs. And these special orbs can actually give you colors and costume items and all that great stuff. So that is sort of the goal of the game. You would like to 100% this, and it's honestly not too hard. I think I found some levels personally infuriating at times, especially in the later levels when you're trying to go for the 100%. However, if you're just casually playing this, it's not going to be a problem. I think this would be a great game for kids, honestly, too. Especially if you have a bunch of kids, you can just get a lot of controllers and put them around the TV, and they'll have a great time with that. And there's tons of content, as I said. Like there's 25 levels per world, and then the 15 speed runs as well. Lots of replayability, trying to get back all the items, trying to get all the costumes. And there's also a special currency for the costumes called bells, which you can find throughout the levels, and even the hub world, where the hub world is sort of nice, where you can collect the bells to buy costumes, but there's also secret levels that you can find on the hub world and mini games as well, which can award you bells. And the bell system is you go to this shop and you can buy full costumes. Every world has a couple of full costumes you can buy, and there'll also be different pieces of costumes you can afford in the shop as well. They can get quite pricey, so if you would like to 100% the shop, there is going to be some grinding to it. However, if you are doing the other levels over and over again to like 100% those levels, the grind is in itself already, so you'll be already getting rewarded in that case. I think the trials are really good too, all the speed runs. I think the hardest part of the game is when you finally defeat all the speed runs, and then there's a super speed run at the end, which is doing all 15 of the speed runs at once, which can be pretty frustrating. But if you were interested in the platinum trophy, that is going to be the hardest trophy for you to get. Otherwise, it's a relatively easy platinum. It does have multiplayer trophies, but most of those trophies you can get by plugging in a second controller and even playing by yourself to proc those trophies. So if you're interested in that, then yeah, good trophy hunting game with lots of fun content. Yeah, and I think overall Sackboy A Big Adventure is a pretty good step for Sackboy. Most of the time I'm having fun with the game. Like 90% of the time I'm having fun. I think 10% of the time I'm sometimes getting infuriated with the camera's position or some of the level design isn't too great. Sackboy sort of has an inconsistent health where sometimes I'll take 3 hits to kill him, sometimes I'll take 2 hits to kill him. But overall, I'm having a great time. There is music theme levels, which I think is actually needs to be mentioned, which I never saw in any other review when I was watching reviews of this game before I bought it, is no one really mentioned the music theme levels. Like Britney Spears' Toxic is in a level, and all the enemies actually attack you, and the platforms move to the rhythm of Toxic while it's playing. And there's so many other examples of levels in this game that are like that, and they're all different themed, not just like world themed, but musically themed. Or some of the games will be, or some of the levels will all be top down, or some of them will be like you're just trying to avoid the death screen that's following you. There's even boss fights that can be pretty fun as well. And overall, yeah, the game is as easy as you want it to be, but like I said, if you want to 100% it, it can be a challenge, but I think it's a fun challenge. And the 4-player co-op, once again, needs to be corroborated. It's really awesome that you can do that, and it's just a drop and play in, so that's all you gotta do. Anyways, guys, Sackboy A Big Adventure is a pretty great game. I'm personally enjoying it a lot. I beat it. I have not platinumed the game. It took me a long time, a couple of streams to get through it. I would say like about 2 weeks of streams to get through the entire base game. Haven't finished the bonus world yet. But yeah, I think the game is pretty good. I think for a $60 price tag, it's definitely well worth your money. I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great game. I don't necessarily think it's an amazing game. I wouldn't put it on the same level as Mario Odyssey or Mario Galaxy. I think those games overall are better. However, I think we should really be excited for the next game in the Sackboy franchise, because I think they're going to learn from some of their level design woes on a couple levels, and just a general feeling of Sackboy could be a little bit tighter, a little bit better. I would like his jump to go a little bit further. I know it's like a little bit nitpicky, but that's just me personally because I play a lot of platformers, and there's just a couple of things with the camera I wish were a little bit better. It's sort of hard to tell if your depth perception isn't the best, but that could just be a personal thing for myself. But yeah, overall, it's a great game. It's a lot of customization, great online play, great local, tons of levels, lots of speed runs, and there's a scoreboard support as well built into the game. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching Panfro Games. If you enjoyed my reviews and other videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time with more video game content. Peace out and have a good one.